If you're networking your way into investment banking, your contact list is the starting point for everything else you do. The industry is very difficult to break into, so you need to cast your net wide and leave no stone unturned. You want to have a cornucopia of contacts, not a cupful. Most hopefuls focus on conventional methods for finding industry contacts, alumni, friends, and the Career Center. But if you want to maximize your chances, you need to do some outside-the-box thinking as well. It's like making an ice cream sundae rather than sticking with plain vanilla. Traditional sources for networking might include personal friends and acquaintances, alumni, your career center, and family friends. Informational sessions and career fairs are other common sources for industry contacts. Don't forget about social networks either. Go beyond your immediate circle of friends on Facebook and LinkedIn and check out groups they belong to and any referrals you can get from them. And don't forget about niche social networking sites. Anything you use that other people don't automatically gives you an advantage. If you're still in school, fraternities and sororities can be a great way to network. And then there are normal student groups as well as professors and teachers. Not everyone is religious, but if you do belong to a church, mosque, or synagogue, don't forget about that angle either. If you're already working, you have even more opportunities, like your coworkers, former coworkers, and any professional organizations you might be a member of. But don't stop there. What about clients and former clients? You need to use some discretion, but it's highly effective if you're already in a related industry, like commercial banking. Another traditional method is to get referrals from existing contacts. Even if someone can't help you directly, he or she probably can share some helpful industry contacts with you. Earlier, we differentiated between ice cream sundae strategies and plain vanilla strategies. But that's not the whole story. Somewhere in between are what we term mint chocolate chip tactics. They're not as creative as ice cream sundaes, but they will set you apart from the plain vanilla guys. Two technological methods include Capital IQ and reverse lookup via a bank's website. Capital IQ is an expensive subscription service for banks and financial institutions. It lets you search for banks by geography and gives you contact information for each firm. You just need to find someone with access. Reverse lookup means going to a bank's website and looking for alumni or anyone else with a shared background. Most hopefuls do not think in this direction, missing the fact that many bankers choose not to be listed in public directories. If you don't go to a target school, that makes recruiting more difficult. But what if there are target schools in the area? Go to their career fairs and events anyway. You can also consider special programs, such as SEO, that match students with internship opportunities. Those are some common and somewhat less common strategies you might use to network. So let's go on to the ice cream sundae strategies now and see how you might use them to gain a big advantage. These days, virtual assistants are very cheap. For $50 to $100 per month, you can pay one to complete unlimited tasks, such as looking up industry contacts for you. They take some getting used to, but such services can be incredibly helpful for anyone with a hectic schedule. Networking takes a lot of time and effort, but what if you could just reuse someone else's work? Yes, that's right. Get names, contact information, and even who was helpful and not helpful from students 1 year above you. You can then reference your friends who have already contacted these people and improve your response rate as well. On the technology side, there are programs such as FactSet that let you directly look up phone numbers if you have a name and company. The only issue is gaining access in the first place. Also consider plain, simple Google searches for recruiters and HR departments of specific firms. You'd be surprised what you can find online. And what about popular finance blogs and websites? Have you contacted the authors asking for referrals? The random encounter strategy also works well. Always be on the lookout for bankers at the airport, on the golf course, or even in the doctor's office. Look for anyone carrying gear with the bank's name on it, and make it known that you're trying to get into the industry. Oh, don't worry about coming across as aggressive. They'll be impressed by your initiative. Don't overlook your recent contacts either. Look through your inbox, cell phone log, and even your checkbook for anyone who might have a connection to finance. You never know what you'll find. We all come in contact with thousands of people each year, and most of us never track who's who. Finally, consider reaching out to people who don't work in the industry. Anyone working in the finance or treasury department of a non-finance company, for example, can be a great help when networking. And what about government agencies? You can bet that anyone at the SEC or similar agencies outside the U.S. will know bankers, especially since governments now own stakes in so many financial institutions. If you want to succeed when networking, you need to go beyond the plain vanilla strategies that everyone thinks of, and do some outside-the-box thinking as well. The bigger and broader your initial list of contacts is, the better your chances of breaking into finance. So go for the ice cream sundae rather than plain vanilla, or at least try for mint chocolate chip.